I'm going to set a stopwatch away so we get a sense of how long it takes in total. It'll be a little bit slower because I'm faffing about with a video camera, but you get the idea. So I'm going to start by using the Instant Pot to parboil some potatoes for roasting later. So I've got some nice potatoes here. Maris Piper work really well for roasting, but whatever you've got. And let's get those into the Pro. And we need 1.5 cups of water for the Pro. And for parboiling, I'm going to put those on pressure cook high, 6 minutes, and start. So that's going to get on with stage 1 of the potatoes while we get the lamb ready to go into the pressure cooker. And today I'm going to be cooking a half shoulder of lamb, and that is 0.85 kilos. And this one will fit into my 5.7 litre 6-quart Instant Pot Pro. So for this recipe, what I've done is I've slashed the top of the lamb shoulder, and I'm going to add in there some rosemary. Those in, and now we're going to add a little bit of olive oil. It's a very little bit because the bottle's nearly empty. And the pressure cooker has got 4 minutes to go on parboiling those potatoes. So I think I'll go and put the kettle on while we wait. Okay, so the timer's gone off. So now we are on 15 minutes. There she blows. And what we're going to do is get these partially cooked potatoes out of the pressure cooker and let them completely cool until the roasting stage. Give them a little shake. Makes an awful mess, but that helps to get all those lovely crispy bits on the top. And now this is just going to go onto a plate, catch all the drips. I'm going to put to one side, and as soon as it's cooled, I'll pop that into the fridge until we need them again later. Now let's get our lamb into the pot. We've got water in the Instant Pot, so I need to just drain that off. Quick dry with a tea towel, and then back in it goes. So saute. I want this as high as it will go. It doesn't really matter what time it is. And click start. So we want the inner pot to be screechingly hot when we put that lamb in to sear it. And that's going to give us a lot of flavour for later. And that is the pot hot. So let's get this lamb shoulder in. Give it a good sear. Skin side down. So that's had about 5 minutes on sear. Let's give it a check. Oh yeah, you can tell it's when it's released from the bottom, you know that things have been searing. So just flip that for another minute. Just give it a quick sear on the other side. There it goes. Pop that onto the trivet. Drop in our vegetables, our aromatics. So we've got a couple of carrots, some celery, some onions. Give those a quick stir in the rendered fat. And we've got a danger of a burner here. You can see we've got some sticky bits on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is add our stock and just make sure I've got those up before we go to pressure cooking. Pop the rest of your stock in. In goes the lamb on its trivet. And just to finish it off, ready for pressure cooking, just pop in these garlic cloves again into those slashers that I made earlier. So that is now ready for its pressure cooking stage. So let's get the lid on. I'm guessing a bit here, but I'm going to try this on let's say 90 minutes. So we've had 35 minutes active cooking time, and now we're going to leave the pressure cooker to do its thing, and you've got an hour and a half to go off and do whatever you need to do, whether that's having a break or getting on with something important that you're juggling. And you can trust that the Instant Pot is just going to look after that lamb. It's going to break down all those tough fibres in the shoulder, and hopefully we will have a beautiful bit of lamb waiting for us when we get back here in an hour and a half. So I'll see you shortly. Okay, we've got about 10 minutes left on the pressure cooking. So I've prepped my broccoli, I've prepped my carrots, and I think I'm going to make a start on the potatoes. So let's get the air fryer on. So I'm going to put my air fryer on 30 minutes on the highest setting, 205C. However high you can get it is good. Click start, and we're going to let that preheat. So we're going to drop in our potatoes, give them a good shake. A little bit of sea salt, and let's get those going. And the Instant Pot has got 5 minutes to go. And I am gambling a bit on the lamb being done after an hour and a half. And while we're waiting that last couple of minutes, I'm going to just put my veg on, ready to steam at the last minute. 2 hours 6. Instant Pot nearly done. Fingers crossed it's going to work. Let me just check its texture because we like it really fork tender. Oh yeah. Now let's see how our potatoes are doing. Oh yes, those are roasting up beautifully. I'm going to take off these. Take off these garlic. We can squeeze those into the gravy in just a minute. I'm going to take the lamb out on its trivet. Gorgeous. And you can serve that just as it is, but I do like a bit of a crispy top to my lamb. So let's now add it to the air fryer. My battery went flat just at the crucial moment. Here we go. Here's the potatoes. So I'm just going to push all of those potatoes to one side, and then we're going to pop the lamb on its trivet inside here. When you're doing it, you'll be a bit better at organising those potatoes. Worth a bit more work up front than I just gave it. So now we're going to pop it all back in for its final cook. Probably 5 to 10 minutes, but let's just see how it goes. 2 hours 15 now we've been going. I'm going to finish things off by making a gravy. And as you can see, there's a lot of liquid in there. So I'm going to pour that into my strainer just to get some of the fat out. So all the fat is now sitting at the top. I'm just going to pour that bit out of the spout. And by the way, I don't mind fat at all. It's just there's a little bit too much in lamb. Pour that back into the pan. You can see the fat stays at the top. The spout kind of separates it. Quite clever. Imperfect, like most things, but it takes some of it out. So what I'm going to do to make the gravy is to squeeze in that garlic. And I'm just going to use a stick blender to blend that up. Add a teaspoon of gravy granules and give them a good stir in. That's the air fryer beeping. Let's have a look and see what's going on over here while the gravy heats. Ah, now that is what we're looking for. So that's fork tender lamb shoulder, 2.5 hours. It worked. So now we know it is possible to make those amazing roast dinners even if you haven't got an air fryer lid. And if you have got an air fryer lid, you might want to watch my roast chicken dinner with roast potatoes and gravy, and you can see that one right here, and I'll see you over there.